IELTS map labeling can scare the out of you if you don't know what to do. I've taken this test 5 times, twice on the computer, 3 times on paper, and each time there has been one of these tasks. What I'm going to do in this lesson is I'm going to teach you a super method. But before we get to the super method, which is at the end of the video, I need to teach you some key phrases and vocabulary that could be the difference between a band 6 and a band 9. My name is Jay, and in this lesson, we're going to tackle IELTS map labeling. IELTS listening, map labeling. So on test day, you're going to see a map that'll look something like this. As you can see, there are some facilities like the football field, the tennis courts, and the pond. You can also see the gates, as well as a compass. You can also see little boxes with letters in them. These letters refer to other facilities that will be mentioned verbally that you need to listen for, including like an information board, a children's playground, a dog zone, etc. What you're effectively doing on test day is matching the number, like number 1, information board, to one of those letters, A, B, C, D, etc. First things first, let's talk about direction phrases. These are really simple, but let's just refresh our memory. Direction phrases. So here is a transcript of what is said during this particular task. As you can see, there are particular direction phrases in there, like to your left, to your right, keep walking, in the center, in the same spot, walk until you reach, etc. I'm sure those little phrases won't pose a big problem to you. Let's take a closer look at the compass though, because maybe those cardinal directions will. So as you can see in this map, there is a little compass located in the bottom right-hand corner. You may need to use this compass when you're walking north, or walking east, or walking south or west. And you may also have to go in the direction of northeast, or walk southeasterly, southwesterly, or northwesterly. Cool, that's really simple stuff, but nevertheless, let's do a little bit of practice. All you need to do is just listen and look. From the south gate, walk north and then turn right at the tennis courts. From the west gate, walk in a northeasterly direction and turn left at the first street. When you enter at the south gate, turn left at the first street and walk in a northwest direction. Alrighty, so that's the first part and that's pretty straightforward. Now we're going to move on and look at something a little bit more complicated. These are the location phrases you'll need to know. Location phrases. Take a look at the transcript again and notice the little prepositional phrases that talk about location or movement, like next to, after, past, in, inside, between, and along. So you will definitely hear a lot of these sorts of keywords in the map labeling task. Here is a list of all of the location phrases you'll need. Above, across, after, against, along, among, around, at, behind, below, beside, between, by, close to, down, from, in front of, inside, in, into, near, next to, off, on, onto, opposite, out of, outside, over, past, round, through, to, towards, under, and up. Now, what you may have noticed with these words is that they can be categorized into 2 types. There are prepositions of location, where something doesn't move. For example, on, or behind, or under, for example. There's no movement there. It's stationary. But there's also another category of these words that talk about movement, like through, or away, or across, for example, okay? So just be mindful of those 2 categories of these words. Now, if you need help with these words, you can click in the description below the downloadable keyword list. These words will really help you out on test day. Okie dokie, let's do a little bit of practice here. Again, just listen and look. The dog zone is behind the football field. But this is kind of problematic because behind depends on where you are in the map. Take another look at this. So if you're at the north gate, then C would be behind the football field. And if you're at the tennis courts, then D would be behind the football field. So what we're beginning to understand here is that we need both the direction phrases, like northeast, turn left, etc., to situate you, and then the position phrase, where it is located on the map. It's only with both of these that we can actually locate the particular facility. But it's not over yet because you have to deal with distractors. Take a look at this bit of the transcript here. We've kept all 4 gates, but we've moved the information board. So we're talking about the information board. Where is it? A, B, C, D, etc. It used to be next to the tennis courts. Fantastic. So next to the tennis courts, H is the information board. But hold your horses. It's not over yet. That is an example of a distractor. Did you hear what it actually said? It said it used to be next to the tennis courts. And if we keep listening, it actually says, but you'll find it now immediately to your left when you enter at the south gate, which is in fact F. So what they do in the IELTS map labeling completion task is they try to throw you, they distract you. They might mention 2 locations in the map. The first one or the second one might be a distractor, so just be mindful of that. All right, we now have all the different pieces of the puzzle we need to solve this particular task. Let's take a look at that method. So the first thing you'll do is follow, like go north or turn left. Then you may have to ignore a distractor. It used to be, or it was. And finally, you'll use those key prepositional phrases like next to or between to locate the particular facility or what you're looking for. Okay, so if you find any of this confusing, which to be perfectly honest, it is confusing, we can help you out. All you need to do is go to e2language.com and sign up for our live classes. Our expert teachers will take you through all of this stuff. Not just map labeling, but all of the listening tasks, all of the reading tasks, the speaking and the writing as well. All right, let's put it all together now and let's use that method and do some practice questions. All right, so ready? All you need to do is relax, listen and look. Welcome to Foster Park. It's a beautiful park with lots of things to see. When you enter from the south gate, you'll see the brand new information board. It used to be on the left-hand side, but we had to move it to the right-hand side, so it's still close. It will tell you everything about the park, including the history. Now, if you're looking for the children's playground, you need to head north from the south gate and then turn right just after the tennis courts. It's located on the opposite side of the street to the tennis courts. I'm sure your children will have a lot of fun playing there. If you want to keep your dogs happy, we actually have a dog zone where they can run around as much as they want. This little fenced off area is located close to the pond. To find it, please walk in a northwesterly direction from the south gate, turn left, and then make a sharp right. It's at the end of the street, away from everyone else. For those of you who have come here to work out, then you'll need to know where the fitness area is. We've actually relocated it from where it used to be, right next to the pond, and put it behind the football field on the north side, as it gets a lot more use there. Finally, the old fountain, which is quite historical, is still in the park. When you enter from the east gate and walk west, you'll see it on your left-hand side before you hit the central road. Okay, so how did you go there? Please tell me your score out of 5, put it into the description below, and while you're there, click that subscribe button. Okay, let's recap that method. So on test day, what you need to do is follow the directions, go north, turn left, etc. You need to be careful of distractors and ignore them. Used to be, or was, or has been relocated. Finally, you need to locate using those prepositional phrases like next to or between. Cool, hopefully you found that helpful. Remember, you can download the keywords from the description below, and everything you need is on e2language.com. My name is Jay, see you soon.